Alright everybody, some of you may recognize this as a thrift store find PC. This has a Core2Quad, let me bring this up here because I forget already, 9450 and 6 gigs of DDR2 memory. My goal today is to see how this system holds up in 2021. So right now the only drive that's in it is an SSD. I don't even have the CD drives hooked up. And it has an XFX 8800 GT in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a barrage of tests with the 8800 GT in it. And then I pulled this out of my own computer to do this test. I will put in this 1050 Ti FTW from EVGA. This is... I can't find concrete evidence of when this particular PC was built. But I'm going to bet early 2009. Because the 9450 came out quarter 3 of 08. It might be quarter 2. I don't remember. And the 8800 came out in 07. So I figure probably around 09 the system was built, and it was a pretty stout machine. This is an OEM card for Hewlett-Packard. This computer came like this, except for the Blu-ray drive that's not hooked up. And I think it came with 4 gigs of RAM, and then they added another 2 gig to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change camera angles, and we will be right back. Alright, so while this is installed, I want to bring up a couple things. So it does show Windows 10, shows Core2Quad, but then this is the interesting thing. It shows the 8800 GT that is supposed to be 600 megahertz, but this one is at 602. Not that that's going to make any difference, but I'm going to go ahead and run a couple things and I'll be right back. So another thing I want to bring up is there's a few benchmarks here. TimeSpy Extreme says PC is unable to run this test, and I don't have enough VRAM. I don't have a DirectX 11 or 12 compatible GPU. I believe some of that's going to change when I install this. But let's go run something we can. Alright, so CloudGate is one that we're allowed to run. Everything else is saying your PC is not going to do it. So I will make mention that this is a fresh install of Windows 10 Pro. It was the SSD I just got in from Amazon at about 2:49 p.m. and it is 17:55. It's 5:55 right now. So, and I also installed all Windows updates and all GPU updates. So to the left of me right now, I have a laptop where I'm going to put all these results. And we will see what we get. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and I'll let you know what we got. So this really didn't do that bad, or at least as bad as I expected. Got a 5595. The graphics score was 7431 and the physics score was 3001. Graphics test 1 was 29.79, graphics test 2 was 3530, but the physics was 9.53 FPS. Looked like temperatures were not a problem at all. No, I really don't want to. But yeah, this is better than 20% of all results. That's surprising. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll come up with the next test and I'll bring you up for that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up Rocket League. Hopefully. It is popping up like it's going to come up. A lot of these I went ahead and I did the initial installs so that they'll actually run and we don't have to wait on them. Although this is not a good sign. Maybe it is. Oh, nope, it crashed. So Rocket League, we are going to mark as NA. What I'll do is since I'm doing this on Google Docs, I'll make this available so you can take a look at it if you want. Goat Simulator. That's always a fun game. I don't really have a lot of games on Steam, if I'm being completely honest here. So, because I'm really not that big of a gamer. But I remember when this came out, I had to have it. And I do have speakers hooked up. This is already not looking good. If you look at the gears. Oh yeah, this is not very smooth. We'll just... Man, that is... That is not feeling good right now. I don't remember how to bring up the frame rates on this. Is this one also going to crash? And while I'm waiting on that, Goat Simulator. And this is an old game. When this game came out, I was playing it on a Q6600 with a GT430. So I'm kind of amazed that it's not wanting to play now. But I guess the GT430 was a newer card than this. Wait, what just happened? Give me a second here. I'm not sure what to call this one on my notes, but when you hit play, first off, it's weird because you can't use the mouse at all. We will... Okay, so this might actually work then. We'll see how this goes. I'm playing with a controller that I actually... this is a controller I think what we'll say is plays but is broken. Because it is completely broken. I remember thinking I had to have this game, and then when it came out, I was like... Alright, so we will say that Goat Simulator is playable but broken. PC Mark 10, the same thing, where everything says your hardware may not be compatible. So I'm just going to do the PC Mark Express, and I will come back when it has some results. Alright, so two things. One, I realized that I was still recording in 720p, which is generally not a problem, but I ended up resetting the camera back to 1080p 60, so I don't know how that's going to look when I edit everything together into one file, but we will see. According to Google Docs, it has been 31 minutes since I typed in PC Mark 10 : and we are this far. So this is taking a little while. I'm not exactly sure what part it's testing, and I'm not sure if I'm going to rerun this test after I swap over the graphics card. I mean, it is 6:30 right now, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so I'm just going to bring this back once that's there. I just wanted to make mention that I realized something that I screwed up, and also mention that this test has been taking a while. So I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so all in, this took about 37 minutes, somewhere around that. And we got a total score of 2133, Essentials 4840, and Productivity 2571. And it has a whole bunch of other applications. I'll put them in the notes. You know, so I'll go ahead and put that in the notes. It looks again like temperatures were never a problem. Never went over 55 degrees. Well, maybe we'll say it never went over 59 degrees. And the GPU, same thing, never went over 56 degrees. And the CPU load was, well, a lot. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the next test. The next test I could think of that, oh geez, do they really have to put that on front page? I'm not signed into YouTube, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, let me see here, 1080p. This is one I usually show a few.
I'm Greg Gianfricaro.
Crap. Hold on a second.
Attorney Jeff Anderson.
The next test I could think of that, oh geez, do they really have to put that on front page? I'm not signed into YouTube, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, let me see here, 1080p. This is one I usually show a few.
I'm Greg Gianfricaro.
Crap. Hold on a second.
Attorney Jeff Anderson.
Alright, so we are on this video here, Stats for Nerds. So far, I only see one dropped frame, but this is at 720p 60, so let's go to 1080p. It's going to drop a couple, I think. No, it hasn't. Oh, yeah, it has. It is dropping frames like crazy. Yeah, so in full screen it is. But in Windows, it's not too bad. But at 720p 60, this is a 1080p monitor, so I don't really like to. Alright, so there we go. I mean, it's a lot more smooth. It's a lot smoother. I think I've conducted all the tests I'm going to do with the 8800 GT. So I'm going to go ahead, install the 1050 Ti, reload. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I have one more. Nah, I'm not even going to. Actually, I won't bother with it. Give me a second. You know, a good point to make on a system like this is it does not have USB 3.0, and you tend to forget just how awesome that is. Anyway, once this is done copying, I'll be right back. So we installed VLC player. I will. This is a 720p 30 frame per second video from my GoPro Hero 5. Continue.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Right now I'm just kind of doing a quick video testing.
Everything seems like it is.
Road setup works with the.
Seems like everything's fine. I can scrub through just fine.
But
yeah, I think this. I don't think these tests are very fair because.
All right, so.
I don't think this is very fair because this is also a 720p video. This is from my last video. But
oh, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap over the card, and I will be right back. Alright, so the GTX 1050 Ti is in. I am downloading the latest drivers from EVGA, which is 9.20.21, and it's version 472.12, and for something. So, once this is up, I will do a couple of these tests again. Alright, so I had a weird occurrence, occur, and I had to do some troubleshooting because this system needs a clock battery, and when I changed the card, it defaulted to RAID for some reason. I don't know why. And so we're going to go ahead and rerun some of these tests. I'm going to see if there's any more that I can run. Let me do device manager. I think that's going to be the easiest way. Display adapter, 1050 Ti. And then it's the Core2Quad 9450. And I'll go ahead and... Alright, that's weird. The 3D Mark screen was up and now it's not. I will be back momentarily. Alright, so unlike last time, the Rocket League is actually down or playing. It's saying well, it's saying high quality. I'm not sure what's actually going to look like. I want to see if we there was a thing where we could show the frame rate. I don't know. Alright, so let's play this. We'll do a training free play, and we'll do Neo Tokyo. I hope I don't get hit for that music. It's not. It's really not that bad. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. It's really pretty smooth. I think if you were into like esports, stuff like this, you'd probably be fine with a 1050 Ti and and this Core2Quad. The 8800, like if I wouldn't try to run one of them. So like I feel like if you were on Facebook Marketplace and you saw a 1080 or 1050 Ti for a price that you're willing to pay, then if you're playing Rocket League, or if you want to play Rocket League, then that would be pretty on point, I guess. Download queued. Why is download queued? Yeah, I need to finish doing this. I was having some problems with 3D Mark. That's why I went into Rocket League. So give me 1 minute. Alright, I had to do a little more research because for whatever reason 3D Mark is just not working well. I reinstalled I actually ended up reinstalling Steam. And we're going to try Goat Simulator. This is one that we tried earlier. Just to see if it works. Oh yeah, forget. This is definitely a lot more playable. This is way more playable. Imagine being that dude and having to explain. Yeah, so imagine being that dude and explaining to somebody what just happened to you. Alright, I'm going to, so this is definitely more playable with the GTX 1050. So, I really don't want to spend too much time in Goat Simulator. I played like 4 straight hours of this when I first got it. And, when I did, that was pretty much all I played. Alright, let me figure out this 3D Mark thing. Alright, so I figured out how to get the FPS counter up there, which I know you're not going to be able to see. But yeah, right now it's about 30 FPS, 26 to be exact. Can I break these windows? And now we're at like 36 because it's weird because it doesn't really want to. There we go. Well, I licked the truck. Alright. Alright, so once I figure out what's going on, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have a lot more options now that I have a more modern graphics card in here. So we'll run CloudGate because that's the one that we did before, and then I'll probably just run all these off camera, and I will update these as things go along. So we'll do. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and get this all running. Yeah, because now it's 8:45 p.m. I started all this around 2 o'clock. Or actually, I mean, I started the video around 6. But I started preparing for all this around like 2 o'clock. Got the computer all built, or all assembled. Well, actually around 3 o'clock, to be fair. But, you know, I got all the... You know, I tried to do as much prep as I could beforehand. And now everything is just all scattered. But I'll go ahead and get this all ran, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright, so after I ran Fire Strike and Ice Storm, I thought to myself, why am I running these? I was going to try to run like everything into 3D Mark, but we don't have results from the other graphics card. So here's the results here for CloudGate. It was 10,960, graphics of 46043 and 2989 for the physics. Now, I will have the other results on the document that should be in the description, I hope, if I'm smart enough to do that. But what we need to do is I'm going to do 2 more tests. I'm going to do the YouTube test that we did earlier. Hopefully it's still in the history. Oh, okay. So this is crazy. I was watching a reaction video of somebody. They were talking about horror stories from people that got like really weird stuff. Really weird stuff happening on OnlyFans. 1080p. So this same video we watched earlier. I didn't realize it was going to connect to my YouTube. I guess because I had to sign into the. So now, with the 1080p 60, we're at 2 dropped frames of 1,000. So we're doing pretty good here. God, I love this monitor. I don't know if it's coming through on camera. This is a good monitor. It's an Acer LED, like a 23. I picked this up at a thrift store for $5 like 6 years ago. Yeah, you can like see all that detail. That's absolutely crazy. So I have a feeling that there's going to be no problem bringing up the 720p video here, scrubbing through it. That was my truck before it got towed away for being broken. And the file coming out of camera. But since I figured out how to do this through Steam, let me bring up Rocket League. Give me 1 second. Rocket League has some crazy long load times on here. So let me see. What is it going to do? Again, it's high quality. Right now we're running about 30 frames per second. So in the... do a casual... oh wait, hold on. Training free play. So the ball... it seems to be locked at... almost locked at 30 frames per second. It does seem to go just a hair under 29 and 30. So, again, if you were wanting to play Rocket League, I mean, I guess 30 frames per second ain't bad in a game like this. I mean, I would have figured it would. I know with this card on my Ryzen 2700X, I get about 6. I think it's locked at 60 when I play it. Yeah. I think this is going to do it for this video. This has taken me way too long. Like I said, I started this around 6 o'clock, but I started the preparation around 3. And it's now 9:16. This has taken me way longer than I wanted to. But I hope... oh yeah, actually, let me do one more quick test. You know, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but when I started my channel, I was editing all my videos on a Core2Quad Q6600. Now, I was not using the camera that I am now, but I loaded the last 2 clips off of the camera onto the hard drive here. So let's open with VLC player. Rocket League has some crazy long... this seems to be doing just fine with it. I don't know if that's CPU bound. Like, I don't know if this type of thing is CPU bound or if it's GPU bound, but it works just fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not having any issues whatsoever with that. So, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. I think, depending on what you're doing, a Core2Quad would definitely work. Like if you're doing an office computer, but you definitely need a better GPU. Part of me is tempted to do some tests using the onboard GPU, but I don't like the built-in iGPU on the motherboard chipset. But I don't think so. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a blessed night, and thanks for watching. Have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.